I've seen them and they're famous and I'm sitting next to them and but that lasted for about 3 days and then after that it was just, they were so welcoming, like all these guys, and it just became easier and easier, and I think the more you are yourself, the better that you can perform and just do the best that you can, and like Devon, hope and pray that everybody else likes it. So yeah.
Well, I think, and I may be going out on a limb here, but I think everybody enjoyed the roles that you played. Do you guys agree? Let's move on to our next question. Ryan, who do you have there with you?
Thanks, Scott. I have Rachel from Los Angeles, California here.
Hi, I was wondering how was it seeing Hogwarts destroyed in the last movie?
How was it seeing Hogwarts destroyed in the last movie? What was that like? Because that kind of started bringing things really kind of coming to a close. How was that? Let's start at the end. Domhnall?
Yeah, it was quite emotional actually. You know, I'd never really seen Hogwarts. Except for in the movies, I hadn't seen it, in real life on the sets. The first time I saw it was just being destroyed. I just knew it from the film, looking beautiful, looking full and whole and everything. And then you get there and they've just torn chunks out of it, and there's a load of Death Eaters coming at you. And, yeah, it was really sad. I mean, it was quite emotional actually. Yeah. Just as a fan, to see it like that, it was quite emotional.
Devon?
Knowing that it was blown up and everything and it was in bits, you kind of knew that was it then. There was no more Hogwarts and there was no coming back to Hogwarts the following year. So I think it was very sad knowing that, let's say, the years below us weren't coming back and we weren't going to experience Hogwarts on and on and on. But yeah, it was very, very sad. Like, we watched it for the last how many years, like last 7 years or 8 years. And as a fan as well, it was just very sad and emotional and kind of hard to get to grips with that was all done and dusted.
I guess when I saw the Great Hall kind of being demolished, that was when that was quite moving. But I don't know, I had such fun. I didn't really, I don't know. It was obviously very sad, but I thought it was beautiful, like how it's done. Like I really enjoyed watching it when I saw it on screen, and then when I was there as well, it was so exciting. You know, it was a different atmosphere. It was a different film. You know, so it was exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me it certainly was quite a sad thing, and I think it was something that happened when we were on set. Just because it was a clear sort of physical reminder as we were shooting all the scenes out in the courtyard where Draco goes over to the other side and Neville does this fantastic sort of speech of resistance. But it was a real sort of physical reminder that it's all coming to an end, which was really, you know, hard to get your head around after finishing so many of those films and knowing that you were going to come back. It was kind of like being at school. It was great, you know. You go, it's summer holidays when you finish shooting, and you say, "Well, you know, we'll see each other again when school comes back." I mean, it always felt like that. I always had that security. So yeah, I think for me that was the real sadness, just to see that what was going to come to an end as they destroyed that set.
Just what these guys said, but I remember walking on to the set of the courtyard when they first kind of made the scene, and I found it incredibly beautiful. It was just, the transformation was amazing. Yeah, and my last day of shooting was in the courtyard, so that even kind of emphasised it a lot more for me, and it was really a really emotional day, but it was also kind of one of my favourite scenes as well, because, you know, we were all there. It was like the whole family was there, and Voldemort was there with the Death Eaters, and it was just an epic scene. So at the same time, I'm sad, but, you know, I'm so grateful I was part of that as well. Yeah.
Fantastic. Julia?
All right, I think I have found a super fan. We have Yasmini, who has traveled all the way in from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And here is her question. Hi, this is for Alfie and Devon. How was the transition from Bishop Harry's to Michael Gambon in playing Dumbledore?
Oh, the transition of the character.
Bem, primeira coisa que eu quero dizer é muito obrigado por ter vindo do Rio de Janeiro. Mas, eu vou responder em inglês para todo mundo, né? Sorry, my mother's from Brazil, so I love speaking Portuguese. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I think they had there was a different feel to them, wasn't there? I mean, and I think that's right. I mean, you can't really, in the situation that Michael Gambon came in to play Dumbledore, it wouldn't have been right to try and play Richard Harris as Dumbledore. You know, I don't think that would have been, and I don't think anyone really would have wanted to see that, because people were willing to suspend their disbelief for that. You know, that there's so much continuity in the films that I don't think you want, an actor, one fantastic actor taking over from another to be shackled by that. So there was an obvious, there was a change. He becomes a slightly different person, isn't he, in the hands of Michael Gambon? But I think both of them were fantastic. Richard Harris as Dumbledore seemed so, venerable and reassuring, and Michael Gambon seemed a bit lighter somehow and a bit more of a playful character. But I mean, my real thought about it is that that was necessary, and that was no bad thing.
Yep. Well, both of them obviously great actors in their own rights, and I think it was Michael Gambon had some very big shoes to fill with Richard Harris playing Dumbledore, but I think he came in and he done such a fantastic job, and he's just excelled as Dumbledore. He's done amazing. He was amazing, fantastic to work with. He was great fun and always up for the laugh and pulling jokes on everybody. So it was pretty cool. But as I was saying, I don't think we would have liked Michael Gambon to come and copy exactly what Richard done. I think it was great that he put in his own edge. He has a bit more of an Irish accent, I think, which was pretty cool. I just think he done an amazing job, and it was really, really good job he done. I don't know what else to say, really.
Well, that's a great answer. Thank you. Stephen.
Hey there, Scotty. I've got Susan from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hi, Susan.
Hi. I have a question for each of you. Which do you prefer, playing comedy roles or drama?
Well, that's a good question. Comedy roles or drama?
Anything I can get.
No, there's ever actors.
Quite desperate, actually.
Julie? Comedy roles or drama? What would be your favorite? What would attract you most?
I think I've kind of had enough with crying over boys. I think a comedy role would be perfect for me. Just loosen myself up.
Cut loose a little bit?
Yeah, definitely.
Alfie?
I'm not sure I really trust myself with comedy. I don't really think I'm sort of quite sharp enough for that. But I mean, it's a fantastic, thing to do. But some people you see, and you think they have a real comic talent. There's something really mercurial about it. Some people can just do it. It's timing. It's all these things that you sort of obviously you can learn. But when you see someone who's just got the gift for it, it's obviously it's hilarious, but it's amazing as well. So I think I prefer drama. Also I like what I said about tragedy and Snape. That's the sort of standard tragic hero arc, isn't it? The downfall of a good person. But I think I always find that quite a compelling storyline. But I still think that even if you're playing a dramatic part, it's important to find a bit of comedy and a bit of levity in something, because no one wants to go and see fiction and just be like, the whole way through that is too much. So you want to find little bits of comedy in whatever you do, I think, if you can.
For me, I think definitely drama. But I think with comedy, there's too much pressure. You've got to make everybody laugh, and I just can't do that. I'm brutal at that. So I think definitely drama for me. Unlike Rupert, in my opinion, is just amazing. He's got perfect timing. He's able to. He's amazing comedy. He's fantastic at drama. So I suppose I would like to be able to do both. Fingers crossed. In the future, but I think drama would probably be my best bet.
I think the whole point of being an actor, is to make a connection with somebody. And if you're doing it through a drama, or if you're doing it through a comedy, the point is still the same. If you're going to make them laugh or make them cry, the point is the same. I think, if you get a role, probably it's not best to think about it as being just drama or just comedy. Kind of like Alfie was saying, the whole point is to make a connection. But it's nice to do lighter stuff and then to do heavier stuff. If you can keep it mixed up, then it's very enjoyable, is my answer.
Great question. Thank you for the answers. Kristen. Hi.
We have Brandon from Miami.
Hi, I just wanted to ask you, the characters that you play all have different houses that they're sorted into and obviously rivalries between each other. Does that come onto the set outside of the actual acting?
Wow, that's a creative question. So everyone's...
I hate these guys. No, I don't think so. I think everyone's kind of on the same page. Although I didn't hang around with too many Slytherins, so I'm not sure if that's by design. I'm not sure.
Not sure if they're on the same page. No, we have a bit. I mean, there is one sort of institutionalized bit of rivalry. There's one guy who just takes it so seriously. There's one sort of institutionalized bit of rivalry between Gryffindors and Slytherins, and that's we play a charity cricket match every year. We've done that for the past, what's it been, like 2-3 years? But that's a fantastic thing. We play Gryffindors v Slytherins, so that's a chance for everyone to let it out in that kind of sort of competitive rivalry. But I think other than that, it's pretty harmonious.
Everybody's pretty much a cohesive unit when there's not when the shooting's not going on. All right, fantastic. Well, we've got time for one more question, so I think we're going to go to our Facebook.
Hannah B asked if you could choose one spell and make it real, which one would it be?
You could choose one spell and make it real. Which one would it be?
Felix Felicis.
And which spell is that?
I think it's the lucky one, isn't it? Yeah? No?
It's a potion! Sorry!
That's what she said.
Potion! Just the potion. Yeah, I just want the potion.
Yeah, I think like Jessie, I hope it's cheating, but I wouldn't really go for a spell. I'd want a broom. I mean, I just would love to be able to fly. My days, that would just be amazing. And the ride, if anyone's been on the ride, that is literally, I was just like, this must be what it's like. I just had such a good time, I was like, this is brilliant.
Awesome. Julie? Excuse me, Katie. Mistake.
Sorry, I'd probably pick a potion as well, like Jessie.
General potion.
Yeah, I was thinking Veritaserum. There's too many layers out there.
All right, Devon?
Yeah, I can't think of any spells offhand that I'd really like, but I'd love the invisibility cloak, because you'd get away with so much. Can you imagine? You'd never have to pay for anything again. You go into a bar, rob all the drink, you go into Universal Studios, don't pay, get on all the rides for free, skip the queues. Winning!
I think at this point, Donald's like, and the silent potion, go.
I'd pick a spell that stops you getting an invisibility cloak. So I think the world might end if you get an invisibility cloak.
I know where you live.
All right, so we've got just a couple moments left, but since you guys are here, we're going to allow one more question from this audience that's actually with us right now. So let's go to where is Ryan? Okay, you're here with somebody real quick. Let's do it.
We have Samuel from Seattle, Washington.
What is your favorite sentence and scene from the movies?
Wow. Favorite sentence or scene? Katie, we'll start with you.
Does it have to be bars, or is it kind of...
No, I think any
sentence or any scene.
Don't pity the dead, pity the living.
Don't pity the dead,
That's
pity
good.
the living. All right, that's good.
God, after that, I can't remember the exact words, irritating me. But I think my favourite sort of scene, and it's not a sentence, it's a speech. It's Neville's speech at the end of the last one. I just think it's fantastic. So yeah, I'd say that was it for me.
Jessie?
Isn't he brilliant?
Isn't he brilliant?
I said that to Ron. He is brilliant.
My favourite thing in the whole movie is Hagrid saying, "You're a wizard, Harry." That's my favourite thing.
Devon?
Yeah, that's a really good one. I think, what? Say it again.
You're a wizard, Harry.
One more time, go on.
You're a wizard, Harry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for our